Hey guys, Anime Echoes here. So I wanted to talk about talent versus hard work. Now, this is a debate that has been going on for a very long time. Is it really a debate? I don't know. But they are always presented as opposites. And generally, I see a lot of videos that say, it's not talent, everyone can do everything. And then there are other videos that show, actually, I see more videos honoring hard work than I do talent. Even on social media, someone who puts in effort is on a higher level than someone who is gifted, you know? That seems to be a dichotomy where I would say hard work is more favored, just in general. I kind of want to give the talent perspective and what I think talent actually is. So the way we normally define talent is this idea, or this way where people are just good at something and they're just born that way, and then some people are, just not good at something, and because they lack the talent. Now, I don't think it's that kind of binary. So I don't think people are talented at something and people are not. I think it's more of a issue of people not putting their attention towards things that they should be. For example, if you have natural ability for, some sort of artistic endeavor, or maybe music or something else, then it would be silly not to put your attention towards that. Now, there are many people who are able to, you wouldn't naturally think, oh, this person is artistic, but then just through some sort of inspiration, they're able to end up drawing just in a very different way. Now, people will use that as an example of, see, it is just like hard work, you don't need to be talented, but I still don't think everyone can really do that. I think what that is that person really learning to actually get in touch with their own gifts and realizing that it's just not going to look the way that it looks for other people. So when we talk about people being talented, like an artist, a musician, whatever, it's generally those kind of examples. It's very easily seen, They never talk about the kind of artist they are. They never talk about the kind of musician they are. They're just they can do art, cool, they're talented. They can do music, cool, they're talented. But there's plenty of people who can really do that. But then, there isn't really a reverence for the uniqueness that each artist could bring, their way of doing things. And that's not really brought into the conversation of it being a talent. Finding your own ideal way of, being an artist, and your own ideal way of being a musician or whatever. I would consider that you harnessing your own talents, right? You doing something in the way that you can do it. So to me, talent is actually more of this narrowing capacity. Where should I put my attention? Am I putting my attention towards the right things? Does it, is the actual process of me putting in effort, is it something where I'm actually enjoying it, where I'm actually enlivened by it? Those are all talent-based things, because, you didn't really work at it to make it happen, you know what I mean? It's more you're untapping your potential for something that's laid dormant. I would consider that to be talent, but then it's not necessarily going to be recognizable, someone who's really good at doing shadows in their art, I would consider that to be more of a talent. There's a preference there, a preference for shadows. Or someone who's really good at doing different kind of colors and stuff. The more granular and the more specific you get, that's where you can really see where someone's talent actually shines. People's talents are actually pretty varied. It's just we love to just put them under just this one skill of just being yes, see, that's proof that they're a good artist, or yeah, that's proof that they're a good musician. But being a musician, like there's so many chords, someone might have a preference for certain kind of chords. And to me, that's actually more of a talent thing. Like to me, that's just like, they will probably have a natural affinity for maybe a certain kind of rhythm, and then they fully explore that, and it's not difficult for them. It's just something they can naturally go into. And yeah, would they work hard? Of course they would. But who decides what they put their attention on? Is it them? Like isn't it more of this like uncovering process of your own hidden abilities, and isn't it more of an uncovering process of what you should be doing and where your attention should be going, even within the bounds of the art? Like within the creative endeavor itself, in what you're actually putting your focus on, that's kind of where you should be. Like talent is actually this thing that gives you like a reliable indication that this is where your attention should be going. I think that's what talent is. And I don't think it's going to look the same for everyone. I think it's going to look very, very varied. And I think the reason why there is a bit of like a knockoff for the word talent is because a lot of people don't actually have faith in their own talent. And because actually going through that uncovering process requires, hard work, right? Efforting. So in order to uncover your talent, you have to put in effort. And then what they end up saying is, oh, well, it was all hard work all this time. It was all, it was all about the effort that I put in. And that's how I was able to get better. But from my perspective, I see it more as this uncovering process, where through their hard work, they're able to now discern where they should be putting their efforts. And then they're seeing the benefits. And then they're going, oh, that's because of my hard work. And I'm saying, actually, I think it's more of you uncovering like your dormant talents. So that's just my opinion. I just feel like the word talent is looked on as this, you think you're all that kind of word, or you think you're gifted or egotistical, or just all that stuff. And I just don't think that's true. I think talent is something that's cultivated, but at the same time, something already has to exist to be cultivated. Like we all have like different personalities, right? We all have things that we're kind of naturally better at, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's easily recognizable what those talents are. Like we shine a light on those talents, and then we help them bear fruit. So it's not just hard work. Like it's not just everyone can do everything. If that was the case, then everyone could do everything, so it's not just hard work. You can't just adapt yourself to something that's out there and be like, yeah, through like sheer grit I can do this. Like talent is asking the question of like, should you like should you be putting all this effort in? It's about yourself. Like talent is all about your relationship with yourself, and and falling deeper into that connection. Like talent is that like hidden greatness in each person. And I think I think that's where like the kind of negative opinion on talent kind of comes from, which is that because it can be hidden, because we don't really have clear eyes on our own capacities, if we can just believe that it is hard work, then through some sort of grit we can eventually find it. But it's like, was it really about the hard work, or was it always there? Like that's like the question. I think the hard work is there to find it. That's the way I see it. And once you've kind of found something, then there's a lot of ease to it. It's a lot easier. It's fun. You're not really thinking about like how hard you work. It's not about that. So yeah, that's just my opinion on like this hard work versus talent idea. Obviously, people who are incredibly talented in the way we normally see that are very hardworking. And then people who are incredibly hardworking, if they're not putting it in the right direction, then it's not going to like bear fruit, right? So it's about you putting your time and effort in what you should be putting your time and effort into. Yeah, so I think talent has that narrowing quality. I think that's the main thing. And I don't think, like, I'm just going to say it again, I really don't think it's going to look like the way we normally see someone as talented. It's not going to just be like, oh, look at me, I'm just like this amazing musician. Oh my god, I can do art. Oh my god, I can do this. I mean, people who can do business is, a talent. Like a mother, people who are really good at parenting, that is a talent. Like, not everyone is born to be like this incredible, parent. That's just not true. Or like there's like different types of parenting that some people excel at and some people don't. So yeah, like talent is really about uncovering like your gifts. It's about building a relationship with those gifts. And I think like if you take it too far, obviously it can sound egotistical, but if you have like just this curiosity of how one is activated by the things that they do and seeing where that leads, then I see all of that as this process of uncovering your dormant talents. So yeah, this is just my opinion on this matter. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and yeah, thanks for listening. All right, latest.